Well, this is different. E.T.
2020. I am not dressed up. I am not drinking champagne or eating oysters. I am definitely not wearing Spanx. And I totally know that I look 10 years older than I did at this time last year. And I cannot dazzle you with the statistics, impress you with how many patrons, tickets, performances, how many volunteers, actors, artists, knock your socks off with our metrics and percentages, all the measurable, quantifiable, beautiful numbers that I have relied upon to tell you the story of our amazing organization year after year when we gather at this very fundraiser. And I won't bore you with our pandemic story. The skeleton crew, the gallons of sanitizer, the impenetrable and seemingly arbitrary phasing regulations from our own governor's office. But there is a fancy social distancing stick in the stalwart mask brigade, also the uncertainty, the Zoom meetings, the particular hell that is watching yourself watch yourself on a screen. So I will tell you another story, a smaller one. It's about a class I teach. Most of you know that I work here as the director of education and a bunch of other stuff. I've also been a performer here, a volunteer, a board member, a producer, and a few other things in the past 16 or 17 years. And as much as I've loved all of those other jobs, the one I love best is the writing class I've been teaching since 2010. What's your story, Morning Glory? Well, not exactly teaching, more like facilitating or coaching. I like to call it a writing gym for women. Mostly postmenopausal women, as it turns out, although I can't legally put that in the description. We meet every Saturday, or more specifically, every damn Saturday, with rare exception. By my math, we are approaching our 525th class soon. One of the mottos of the class is shut up and read. Also, you are brave. We're not writing novels or editing manuscripts or trying to get published. We are simply exercising a muscle, keeping it limber by connecting a blank sheet of paper to ink to our story, which sounds so easy, but is basically an act of supreme courage. You are brave. In the before time, I'd arrive early at the schoolhouse, make the coffee, heat the water for tea, maybe set out some clementines, arrange the chairs around the long table. Would get to it promptly at 9 a.m., writing, reading aloud, writing some more, reading aloud some more, laughing, sometimes crying, writing again, reading aloud again, laughing, crying, write, read, laugh, cry, repeat. Sometimes would linger after, sharing more story, witnessing, bonding, making plans for lunch or potluck or protest march. Some of us became good friends. We could get a little huggy, which was okay, which was sort of awesome. So many hugs, encouraging squeezes, intimate conversations, the absolute joy of laughing out loud together in the before time when we mostly did not worry about aerosolized particles and the quality of our HVAC filters, which is excellent, by the way. So when we closed down in March, I thought the writing gym was closed down too. That my beloved class was on pause indefinitely, because how could it exist if we could not gather and be close? I just could not imagine it as a Zoom class, and there is a well-known correlation between postmenopausal women and the particular hell that is watch yourself on a screen. But not writing every damn Saturday was hard, and we had no alternative, so we came together online early in April, a little reluctantly. I didn't want to get anyone's hopes up, so I warned them that it would be weird and probably uncomfortable. And it was. For like 5 minutes. And we were writing, reading aloud, laughing, crying, repeat, all over again in a jiffy. Granted, we had to make some adjustments, like anything, right? Linda fixed her camera so we weren't staring at her eyebrows. Susan found a better Wi-Fi signal in her basement. Anne learned how to unmute herself. I finally discovered the beauty filter on my Zoom settings. But there we were, together, sort of. Together, actually. The new together. It was not the before time together, but it worked, this new together. In our pajamas, eating oatmeal, in our makeshift private spaces in our bedrooms, our three-season porches, our basements, our backyard sheds, the old crew, even some nifty newbies, every damn Saturday. 27 damn Saturdays on Zoom so far. It is still the best part of my week, the anchor, the medicine, the belly laugh. The beautiful community is intact. We are just experiencing it in a new way. And it's not just this one class. This is the story of the center. Your very own scrappy, figure-it-out, resilient, persevering, undaunted, mighty little welcoming hub with the can-do, even in COVID attitude. If you are watching this now, you are already part of our community. Maybe you're taking a class in person or one online, both of which I highly recommend. We still have so many classes. Or maybe you attended a Wine and Music Wednesday with David on Zoom. Maybe you came to hear story or see live theater on the lawn. Or came to the gallery and followed Ira's one-way arrows. Maybe you wrote something on Kim's Art is Chuck wall. Or just sat in the sunshine on the patio. Maybe you watched an online concert. Maybe you gathered carefully in the theater to hear Robin and Jim, or in the gallery for Phoebe's cello. Maybe you just called to ask Jason about the quality of our HVAC filters, which, as I mentioned, is excellent. Or you called me to ask how much space is in between students in the art studio, 8 feet. Maybe you called Margot to re-up your membership because you are totally awesome. Maybe you're hunkered down and waiting it out. Maybe you just drove through the parking lot last week to make sure we're still here. So I did not intend for this piece to become a COVID pep talk, but I need you to know that we are working hard to keep every one of you warm in the nest. I know it's a strange time. This new together is weird and probably uncomfortable sometimes. We will no doubt roar back. And don't forget our mission, that the arts are essential and we are always a welcoming hub to artists, performers, students, audiences everywhere, working together to make the creation and experience of art accessible, safe, nurturing, and thrilling to all. And I would add to this that we are, all of us in the center's beautiful community, that we are brave every damn day.